Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo for the month of April. Um, it is a general reading. That means it won't resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon and your rising sign. Your messages could be there. If not, check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. So here, sitting central in this reading, we do have the hangman. So there's something that you are thinking about. Now, this hangman is very, very pale. It's almost like with the demon and the angel in this picture, something that he knows perhaps he he should do that might be the right thing, that perhaps this person is not doing it, because it comes with the Ace of Swords and the Magician. Now, this Ace of Swords, as you know, the sword is double-edged. And the message on this card is that it asks you, how do you wield your weapon? Because, you know, you can wound yourself with it, or you could wound someone else with it. Um, this can be the power of one's words. Um, there could have been a conversation that he's reflecting upon. There could be a truth that he is reflecting upon, or an illusion of a truth. And maybe with this magician, he's trying to uh, convince someone of something that could be possibly hurting him, or convince himself of something that, again, could possibly be hurting him and maybe someone else, because it goes both ways. And if we see below, we still have this very pale, frail person who's in bed, feeling out of balance, and perhaps has been feeling this way for quite some time, and because of the Hanged Man. However, he does want to come out of this. He does not want to stay here. Nobody wants to stay in this type of energy. Here we have the Knave of Wands. So this could be what is on his mind. He may have convinced himself that this person here who walks away with the flame, um, he may be trying to convince himself that perhaps uh, perhaps that the other person doesn't feel this way, or the passion is gone from that relationship, or that it cannot be revived or rekindled. Um, Whatever he's doing or thinking is possibly hurting himself. This can indicate a passion that might need to be rekindled. So this is, he would like to rekindle this passion, would like to come out of this, but perhaps is convincing himself that it may not possibly happen. You see, all of these cards indicate to me somebody who is in reflection, thinking of something, and they've been in this state for quite some time. And it has to do with wanting to move forward with something, wanting to perhaps regain control of something in order to be able to move it forward, advance it. There may be a lack of optimism, but I feel like it's almost like this person tries to talk themselves out of this relationship, or out of doing something, um, or having a conversation. Maybe something was said in the past, and the right thing to do would be to explain or fix it. Now, this could be your energy or theirs, but it's like maybe they're trying to convince themselves not to do it. This person, I feel, because now if I look at this Lord of Swords and the sword points in as if something is hurting them, they're seeking clarity, or they want to lay down this fight, possibly. This is the Seeker card, so they're seeking clarity, understanding, perhaps. You see, um, there's a connection um, that they keep, they still hold on to, or are playing their cards very close to their chest. Um, they may have shut this person out, or they were shut out, but it's like two steps forward, or one step forward and two steps back. It's like they try to move forward, but they're always looking back. And so here, I feel that there's that there's love in their heart for this person, um, but they may have been um, uh, or have experienced a lot of pain and heartache in their life, or even in that relationship. Um, this pain is maybe kept hidden behind a mask. They look at the chariot, but they don't climb aboard. Um, I feel, you see, there's fears here. Something is eating away at them, and again, for someone, this could be guilt over something that was said, possibly. Doesn't have to be, just can be a lot of fears. Waking up thinking of these fears. Um, with this Hierophant, it's an exorcism that's taking place here. Um, and I feel it's like driving, or wanting to drive these fears, or these dark thoughts from their mind, or someone um, who has been trying to do this. It's like they can't, and this has to do with uh, a new beginning. Um, they don't know what to do. Do they get aboard the chariot or not? They're afraid. We have the Ace of Cups here. So again, you get that somebody who is afraid. Um, and it's like it's not because they want to stay in that energy, but it's like the fear grips them. Um, they think about it. You see, they think about moving forward with their cup, but they're afraid of being pushed out. They could be even afraid of rejection. You see, um, the Nine of Wands here. So this is very challenging for them to come out of this um, reflection period or healing period. Um, this person's bandaged and cautious. Um, you may have a very defensive attitude, being very cautious. They may be trying to build up the courage to face these fears, but they feel threatened. This doesn't seem to, they're having difficulty dealing with this. They're not trusting. Again, the plan is carried here, wanting to gain control over this situation, working together towards a common goal. It's what they want, it's what they dream of, but they're afraid of the Tower and the Three of Swords. On this, see, Ace of Cups is here also. So these fears are holding them back. They still remember. They're afraid that they may like it's like going into a relationship with high hopes and then it ends badly. And that's what they're afraid of. And so they're looking back at a previous battle in concern. This person is afraid of further attacks with regards to love, with regards to their heart. And it's like they've tried to face these demons here. They've tried to get rid of these fears, but they just, it's like somebody being in the grip of this fear of heartbreak, of getting hurt. So let us see what we have up here. We have follow the leader and we have commitment. So you see, follow the leader is telling you to don't wait for somebody to fix your problems. Okay? You're being called with that card to lead by example. You, with this card, could be required to divulge something about your past that could help a situation. Because there's something that's possible having to do with this that you're not talking about, that you're keeping silent about. The card of commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. Now is a good time to make a commitment, because partners that are formed at this time can be harmonious and very powerful. This card can indicate a relationship, or the evolution of a relationship from its inception to all the way to marriage. There's a promise of fulfillment in some form with regards to this situation. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. At this time, with this card, others are also more willing to enter into partnerships. There's something maybe you are afraid to speak up about. That, and it could be that, although you fear it, but I mean, it could be that, or you fear the reaction of, but I mean, it could be that it would not be what you think. Um, it could be that that would actually help this situation, not hinder it. With this card, there's something about your past that you may need to divulge in order to help this situation. And in doing so, help yourself. So that is going to make sense to somebody. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. Many blessings.